Hey everybody, it's Sarah Espinosa, and I'm so glad to be with you this morning. I am from San Diego, California, and today's going to be a really special day, okay? Today we're going to be talking about how anybody can make extra income in their primary business, okay? This is super important to everybody because when you joined your primary business, you had the intention that you wanted to make not just regular money, but a lot of money, okay? And so many people are struggling out there to do that. And so it's important that we get you guys the knowledge and the answers that you need so that you can be successful. So that's what I'm here to do today for you guys. So I want you guys to, take a few minutes and grab a pen and paper, or even, you can use your cell phone to take snapshots of different slides that you want to be using and remembering, okay? I promise to you today that you're going to get answers that you didn't have before. I promise today that you're going to have a little revelation, and you're going to hear from an amazing lady that we have on. Emily Ching is with us tonight. So it's going to be an awesome time. I have some bonuses for you guys at the end as well. So I just, I want you guys to feel free to relax, enjoy. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to show you some stuff that you need today for your business. Okay, so again, my name is Sarah Espinosa. I'm from San Diego, California. I have 7 kids, and I homeschool them. And I have some kids with some special needs. And so I decided to work online so that I could do everything that I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it, how I wanted to do it. That was about 4 years ago. Okay. And 4 years ago, I really had no clue of what I was doing. I just knew I wanted to do it. And as entrepreneurs, that's a big step right there, is where you just know what you want to do, you make a decision, and you jump in, right? So congratulations to everybody who has taken that step, because that's the big first step. But as you jump in, or we say jump out of the airplane, and you want to fly, sometimes you have issues along the way. Everybody does. Everybody has struggles, right? And if you're being honest with yourself, you're going to know that there's been struggles along the way. Everybody, millionaires have had that. It's a path that you have to go through. But what I want to do today, and what Emily wants to do today, is show you a shorter way to go through those struggles, okay? Fast track into the kind of income that you want to have now, okay? So we have a lot of exciting things to show you, and I'm going to get into it. I'm going to share my screen right now, and so you can see some really cool things that I'm talking about here, okay? All right. So what we're doing today is we're going to see how you can use Facebook to fund anything that you want. Who is this for? Any business owner, any entrepreneur, anyone who has goals and dreams that are big, okay? So this is not just for one type of MLM. This isn't for someone who's affiliate marketing. This isn't for just this person or that person. It's for everyone. Everyone who has a dream and a goal, online or offline, okay? Anybody who is not a 9-to-5 person that wants to start going big online, this is for you. Okay, my promise to you today is that you're going to get answers to some of the problems that you've been having, okay? We're going to talk to Emily, and Emily is going to show us some of the things that she has learned along the way so that you can learn from her today. You're going to get a solid plan on what to do next, and you're definitely going to be inspired, because that's my mission, is to inspire you on the journey for freedom, okay? Because it is a lifetime thing, okay? And you need to remember that everybody's in this together, and we're going forward in the same direction, okay? So we have you tonight connected with Emily Ching, who is an excellent lady who can help you very much. Oh, I didn't know someone had put a picture of me up there. No, just kidding. This is what I was like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even 1 year ago. I was like biting my nails, trying to figure out what I was doing. I was going to everything that I could do free on YouTube. I was searching for the answers and going into free groups. I would even start to upgrade, and I would start to buy some products here or join the list here, trying to get as much as I possibly could. And I was really confused, okay, because I had the same problems that everybody else had, okay? So what usually happens is we start off with trying to talk to everybody that we know, everybody around us. Maybe your company told you to do that, or maybe you didn't know, so that's what you naturally did, right? You just want to get the word out because you have a really great business and you want to tell as many people as you can as fast as you can. So you start talking to people around you. You let them know you quit your 9 to 5 and you're now doing online business and you want to hear about it. And this is what the people do. They play hide and seek with you. And you didn't know that you were playing the game. So they are avoiding you a little bit. And you know how that ends up making you feel is you feel this rejection, right? And the rejection is what settles into you and it starts to build. It starts to affect you. And you wonder if you made the right decision. So rejection and pursuing family and friends is actually the first issue that I had and a lot of people have had. So what do? This is a picture of spam, but I'm sure you've heard it online a lot. Okay, so if you run out of your friends and family, if you don't have any more people to talk to, right, now you just start to go into groups probably, and you just start to put your link out everywhere. You just start to talk to people in chats, and you start to, first thing, hi, check this out, and you give them your opportunity right off the bat, and that's called spamming. But the thing is that I've done it. Probably a lot of you guys out there have done it, and it's because of lack of, understanding and knowledge, right? So that's what happens in the beginning with someone who doesn't really know any better. They start to market in the wrong ways. And so what happens there is you actually get a lot of pushback. You wonder why people aren't signing up. You wonder why people are starting to get off of your friends list instead of more people coming on it. It's because your marketing methods are not the way they're supposed to be, okay? But that's okay, guys, because we're going to fix that today. We're going to talk about the right way to market. Okay, and then what happens is, let's say that you do well with getting enough leads, and you do well with how to close them and how to upsell them, and you're doing great in your business. But now your team is needing to duplicate. Am I right? Your team needs to be like these guys, just clones and copies of what you're doing, right? And you're hitting your head against a brick wall, maybe thinking, how come they don't understand? How come they're not getting it? How come they're not catching on? Maybe your breakdown is that you aren't sure how to teach them, or maybe you got really great at your skills, but the other people aren't. So where's the breakdown at? Okay, so that's a big problem in the industry, is superstars rise to the top, but their team doesn't. So what happens is their team drops off. They got nobody staying on longer than 30 days because maybe there's an overhead they have to pay, okay? And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. This is one of the biggest problems in the industry as well. This poor guy, he's tapped out. He doesn't have the money to keep paying his overhead, his product delivery. He doesn't have enough money to go to the events. He doesn't have enough money to go and buy traffic, and he's put everything that he has in his whole savings, right? And he's even borrowed money probably to get started, and now he's not making enough to keep going. So that guy That guy's sad. He looks like he's trying pretty hard, right? He's got a suit. He's doing the best he can, but there's so much missing. And one of the most important things that's missing is that money coming in every day, same day. He needs that. This is the business model that most people are on. They start off using their own money to invest in a business. Okay. They get a loan, they borrow from people. They do what they need to do to get started, right? So they sell stuff and they take their own money to invest. And then they go ahead and get their first primary business. All right. Feeling pretty good, right? But now they need to buy traffic. And, we even have a lot of people that have gone into over $100,000 in debt just buying traffic for their business because they didn't know how to get the leads for free. And they didn't have the skills because they had just started, and they went over $100,000 into debt by, trying to keep people looking at their business. Because if you don't have eyeballs on your business, then your business is really going to lack, And so, maybe people can't do that, or maybe people have done that and it wasn't working. So now they're going to the free strategies, Maybe these two are switched around, but it doesn't matter. People always try to go to the free strategies, and it really takes 2 to 4 years to learn those, okay? And if you are like me or anybody else, the bills don't stop, right? You're maybe having to go back to work because it's taken so long to make the money that you really thought that you were going to make right away in the beginning. So a lot of people quit right away. So many people can't hang on for 2 to 4 years without making enough money to keep going. Okay. They get frustrated and they quit. But if they do make money, they got to put it right back into their primary business for those events, for more traffic, even for your overhead, guys. I mean, there's a lot of tools that are monthly subscriptions as well. There's a lot of things to the business that is a cost. If you are in business, you know that very well. So this cycle here, is not a money cycle. It's kind of a trap. And that's what a lot of people are in their business models. So we're here to help you guys so that you do not be like this guy. He was just so close to the diamonds, right? He was almost there and he thought, what am I doing? I'm not going to get it. And he was so close. Okay. A lot of you guys are doing some of the right things, right? And it's just like a radio frequency. You just got to tune it in, tweak it in, and you need someone to help you to do that, to get the right results that you want. Okay. Because maybe this guy, he's like, I'm going for it, and he's going to make it. What's the difference between these two guys? This guy quit too early, right? But what would help this guy is if he had something else. Okay. We need to learn how to stop the pushback and how to get the people running to us. I'm saying us as all entrepreneurs. This is what you need, is to have all these people running to you because you're an attractor factor. He knows it. Look at him. He knows he's an attractor factor. The people are coming running with money to join his business. And that's what we're going to talk about today and ongoing. Okay. Now I want you guys to meet a really good friend of mine, beautiful Emily Ching. She is here with us, and look at her family. She's just an awesome lady. She's a good friend, and she really means a lot to me because she is just a down-to-earth lady, successful, kind, and willing to share all kinds of things to help you guys on your business today. So just want to welcome you on, Emily. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for coming in and sharing with us. Welcome.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it.
Well, you earned it, my friend. You earned it. So could you tell me a little bit about your background? Like, what kind of things have you done in the last few years as far as jobs or careers or things like that?
Okay. I've been in the real estate industry for the past 6 years. I'm in Vancouver, BC. Before that, I've always been an entrepreneur. Like before that, when my kids were younger, I had two online stores selling baby stuff. Like when I became pregnant, I just fell in love with baby stuff. So I did that, sold those, focused on taking care of my two girls. And then 6 years ago, or 7 years ago, when they were 4 and 2, I decided to get into real estate. Um, so that's when it started. The reason being, the time is flexible. I can schedule around my kids. And my husband's an architect. So we plan to do something together eventually. So it seemed like a good idea. So fast forward to today, I love what I'm doing, right? But it hasn't been easy all the time, especially the first few years when, I had to get off the ground and my kids were small. So maybe the first 2 years were a real struggle. First of all, because I did not have a local network. I did not grow up in Vancouver. I came from Asia, so I have to start from scratch. Not like other people here who had that local, network, right? The people they grew up with. I didn't have that, so I had to start from scratch. So that was hard. That was hard for me for the first 2 years. So um, every time I get paid, I would always worry about where the next client was going to come from, where the next commission check was where the next commission check is going to come from. So it's always been like that since last year when I found our marketing group, when I found Millionaire Mentoring. And that's where it snowballed.
So just curious, like,
Yeah.
what's the average sales that a real estate agent makes? A normal average,
Like
is
one transaction, you mean?
uh-huh.
Here in Vancouver, I would say between maybe around $8,000 per transaction, only because the property prices here are higher than most cities. But it all depends on what kind of property you're selling. But on average, is about 8,000.
Okay, so then it takes like a while to make one transaction happen, or is it
Oh
happen
yeah.
pretty often?
No, it depends because it's not an impulsive purchase, right? People don't just raise their hands right away and say, "Hey, I'm ready to buy or sell," right? And it takes families years to decide whether to buy or sell, right? And also depends if they find a place where they're going to move to it. So many different factors come to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were doing the real estate business, and you knew that's what you wanted because of the flexibility, right?
Right.
So what made you decide to go online, or have you always kind of been online with the real estate as well?
It threw me to online marketing, although that started when I had those two online stores. So I've always
Right.
been online, right? But with real estate, it threw me into marketing myself, right? But I did not do it the right way, like what we're taught now,
Okay.
right?
What
So
what kind of things did you do just to see if that's something that other people were doing too?
um I guess before I would post about me and what I did, which I know now that it's not the right way, right? Because our focus is it needs to be on them, our clients, our prospects, our leads, and it's not about me, right? So I learned that the hard way. I did that for a few years before before doing what I do now.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, a lot of people do that. A lot of people are just like, look at me, look what I have, look at my company, look at my product,
Yeah.
and they're just like shouting into a brick wall, pretty much.
Right.
Nobody's listening, but you really
No.
want them to. So how did you, with the strategies that you learned with the millionaire mentoring that we're in right now, how did you turn that around? What kind of things did you start to do differently?
I started on Facebook. I started posting consistently on Facebook. Um, I did it maybe 3 times a day, every day, at least weekdays, Monday to Friday, right? Posting about, motivational quotes and whatever I read, I would post about something that would give value to whoever is watching, whoever is reading. So I did that consistently. And I did that for my business too. So it used to be I would always send newsletters to my prospects and to my clients, and I would do that once a month. So just when I started posting consistently on Facebook, I did that for my newsletters too. So instead of sending them newsletters once a month, I amped it up to 4 to 6 times a month. So like a big jump, like a big jump.
Yeah.
So yeah, so in the beginning, of course, it didn't do anything. Like I didn't see results. You know how one of our mentors would always say, what the results that we see now is from what you did 90 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or what you do a beginning today, you will see the results 90 days after. And I found that to be true because after 2 or 3 months of that consistent posting on Facebook and sending newsletters to my clients, I found people just calling me saying they were ready to buy or ready to sell. So that's when the light bulb came up. I said, okay, there's something going on here. And
Wow.
true enough, it was because of what I did 2 or 3 months before, and it just snowballed from there. So previously, like I would make a similar amount of money per year, but it was always a struggle. Like it's always being anxious about where the next commission check is coming from. But this year, honestly, it was easy because they just raised their hands when they were ready because they saw me more, right? They hear from me more, even if it's just newsletters, they hear from me more. I developed that trust. I'm assuming I have developed that trust that, that I was more approachable for them to ask me questions, right? And then they just raised their hands when they were ready. And it's awesome.
Yeah, it is. I was just thinking about that. So instead of all that worry, instead of like you struggling
Yeah.
to find people and convince them, like you're the
Yeah.
right real estate agent for their
Right.
family, for their big choice of selling a big property, instead you're just having fun all day. You're just like developing newsletters, you're developing
Yeah.
content, you're like into personal development, I assume, like
Mhm.
what kind of things did you have to like do differently for your mindset and your
Oh, that's probably my biggest breakthrough. It's the mindset shift of not having to worry, because when we worry, we attract what we worry more, right? And I know we have the same mindset because I hear you say things about that, about the law of attraction. So that to me is the biggest shift. Um, it's very hard for us not to worry. It takes a lot of reprogramming in our brain to be able to do that. It took me a while. Like even now, I would still, have to have that conscious effort not to do that, right?
yes.
Right. So if I start worrying, I would just make that shift to stop myself from doing it. So it takes a conscious effort. It takes a lot of practice before it becomes automatic. And Sarah, just to let you know, like it's not until towards the end of this year when I realized that, hang on, I'm not worrying about, where the next client is coming from anymore. Like I would worry about, well, not worry, like I would think about what to post on Facebook, right? I would worry about what I can give to my audience and what value I can give to my prospects and to my clients. That's what I'm thinking about most of the time. And it's not about where I'm going to get the next client. Like it totally shifted.
Okay, so what I get what you're saying. I really do. Because usually everybody who's in business is like me. Like I need to get sales. I need to take care because you
Right.
know in your head what you want to do and where you want to go.
Right.
So you're thinking about you, but you actually had to like shut that down during the day several times. You had to like turn it over to I really want to help somebody today.
Right.
I really want to open the eyes of someone today and let them know something that I know. Like I want to help you. Like and so when you got the worry and like the fear and stuff like that, what kind of tricks did you use to like did you have to talk to yourself? Did you have to tell the truth, Emily? Tell the truth.
No. Do I talk to myself? Not really, but what really helped me. Do you listen to Abraham Hicks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would do that. I love how their audio on YouTube are short, like 15, 20 minutes. And you can easily do that while doing chores. And whenever I find myself worrying about something, I would turn to that and listen to a short one every day, every morning, or whenever, when I'm in the car or something. It immediately, shifts my mind to think of the right things rather than the wrong things. So that, and I have people who, sometimes they would approach me with their problems or whatnot. Like I would tell them, you know what, just promise me you will listen to one Abraham Hicks audio every day and get back to me in 2 weeks and tell me how you feel. And it always works.
That's
So
awesome.
that works.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, and being plugged into our group with Millionaire Mentoring, I find the team very valuable in terms of pushing us further. It's not about competition. Like when I see people who are succeeding in the group, it pushes me to go there, to do more, to reach wherever you want to be. It's not about the competition. It's about pushing yourself further and improving yourself every day. So being plugged into the group is something that helps, especially to our mentors. That's a huge thing for me too.
Yes, I feel the same way. Every time there's a millionaire mentoring session,
Yeah.
I drop everything
Yeah.
because there's something on there that I'll hear in a different
Yeah,
way
exactly.
and there's something new,
Exactly.
because our millionaires, are doing exactly what they're teaching us.
Yeah.
So I want to stay right where the fire and the flame is.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
with that and with millionaire mentoring, a lot of us have learned how to get into other streams of income, right? Like me with real estate, if something happens to our market, if something happens to our city, my business is wiped out. I need to get into something, that will back me up if ever something happens, right? So I got started with that this year, so it's been great.
Yeah, well, that's true. We've had, and I think that do you know people in the Houston area? All those things that hit the United States was
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
And how did that affect all those guys,
I have chatted with a few. I said, what's going on, right? And some of them said that they were really afraid because they don't know what to do. Their business is wiped out. They didn't know what to do next. So that woke me up, and like I have to do something else aside from this. I need to get into multiple streams of income, um, because that way you're diversified, right? You're not going to worry about what happens to one stream of income because you have others. Although my real estate is my main one, at least I know I have some other things that are going on that I can, change my concentration on, and that will work too, right? And I won't be starting from scratch.
Right, because you have created a following that loves Emily Ching. Right here too. But you've learned how to become the attractor factor. You've learned
Right.
how to be a leader. You've learned how to step up and help other people in any market, in any job. And it's true because my whole family's from Minnesota. So I'm actually going to go see them on the 18th. It's right by the
Cool.
Canada border, actually. And right there's like factories shutting down like crazy all over the Midwest. There's just people just out of work, and you never know what the government has, if they have unemployment anymore or if they don't. You can't
Right.
depend on other things. You have to know how to be an entrepreneur, how to stand up and do things to create your own wealth.
Right. Exactly.
So talking about the wealth of it, Emily, my favorite part. So you invested something to get into Millionaire Mentoring, right? Do you think that amount is a good amount for what you received? Can you talk to me about the value that you think Millionaire Mentoring has?
The value it's priceless. I would always say it's priceless because even if you don't make money out of what we are promoting, right? The benefit on yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, it's priceless. And for me as a mom, what's priceless to me is I transfer these mindset shifts to my kids.
Yeah.
Right? Just yesterday, just a perfect example. One of my daughters, they were cooking for their party in school. A group is going to roll meatballs because they were making some pasta with meatballs, and another group will be baking cookies. Okay, so that morning before we went to school, she said, "Mommy, I don't want to. I don't want to be rolling meatballs. I want to bake cookies." Okay, so I said, "Okay, Ella, you know what you do? Don't think of what you don't want and tell yourself that you want to bake cookies." Okay. Oh, okay, mommy. And true enough, she baked cookies yesterday. I
Yay!
know it sounds silly because it's a 50-50 thing, but teaching that to them to focus on the positive, it's such a big thing.
Yeah.
Right? And I transferring what I learned about not being afraid to fail, like who cares what people think, all these little things are priceless because I know, and of course I'm sure you know, that we are going to be raising leaders. Right?
Yes.
They're not going to grow up in a shell in a bubble because they know they're okay to make mistakes. And that's where you're going to learn from. And that's one of the priceless things that I would say, that even if I had to pay again for this, I would gladly do it because of this little things that I transfer to my kids. That to me is priceless.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I find myself doing the same thing. I'll read something and then I'll bring it into the homeschool and I'll say, okay, you guys need to hear this story, and it helps them. And it's something like, why would I hold that information just for myself when
Right.
it's something that can help my kids? For example, I have a little story too. I was reading in this book, and the guy was talking about how he, as a little boy, had a little coin, right? And he wanted to go spend it. And it was his last coin, right? And he dropped it and it fell into, a place where he couldn't get it out anymore. So he came home to his dad and his grandpa. And he said, I'm sorry, I lost that money. And, I'm really disappointed. And his dad said, hey, you don't play with money, But his grandpa said, it's not the problem that you lost the coin. The problem is that it was your only coin to lose.
Mm.
Okay. So ever since then, he said that he grew up and he thought about, okay, I'm not afraid to lose a coin, but I want to make sure that I have multiple streams and things coming in, and he's a millionaire over many, 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 many times because that story is obviously something he put into his book, and it's something that affected him and it affected me. So you know, that's the thing is like when we learn things, we share them inside of Millionaire Mentoring. You know,
Right.
that group is full of people just like, look at my aha moment, look at I learned, and look at this and look at this. Everybody is awesome at sharing and caring. Doesn't matter if it's
Well,
your sponsor or not, you know, it's a
right.
you're in this club.
Yes, that's right.
So how much have you made directly from the do you feel like Millionaire Mentoring has helped you make from your sales? Like how much
Oh,
have
yeah.
you made?
Directly related to Millionaire Mentoring, 100,000 in 9 months. And
That's awesome.
it is. It's crazy. It's crazy how easy it has been this year because of the mindset shift, learning the marketing strategies, learning to be the attractor factor. It helped tremendously. And I'm so excited for the next year because now I know what to do, right? Because this year it was just trying, and I'm seeing the results. But next year, like I have a plan in place. I know what to do. And um, I have the intent to make more.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I am too. I can't wait to see how next year goes for you and for me and for
Yes, for
everybody who's on
everyone.
here watching,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
All right. So I am so thankful that you came on, Emily. And I know that you're a busy mom and entrepreneur. And if you do have to run, it's okay. But if you want to stay for the rest of the talk, then you can as well. It's up to
Yeah,
you. Thank you
sure.
so much for coming on.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay, guys. So that was awesome. I'm so, so, so thankful that Emily came on to talk to us tonight. And, you know, she mentioned a lot of things that we needed to hear, you know, and these are things that are inside of our Millionaire Mentoring group. Okay, so I'm going to get back to the presentation here, and I am going to show you. This is what we do. This is what the seven-figure earners do. Okay. Instead of the previous model, if you can remember, it was all your own money into everything, right? What millionaire mentors do, what seven-figure earners do, is they use other people's money to start their primary business. They then have this budget set up to join any business that they want to, right? So it's not something that they have to go borrow from somewhere. It's not something that they have to ask from somebody else. There's this budget they've created on demand at any time. So they can just, boom, pop it out every single day, enough money to start in a different business. So that's what the seven-figure earners do. Okay. They usually use an affiliate product in order to do that. They usually use something on the side that can create them big commissions, as much percentage of that commission as they can, in order to invest in a primary business or another stream of income or Bitcoin or whatever it is, right? So they do that. They get this big budget on demand, and then this budget, or other people's money is what they call it, to run the traffic. Okay. So when they help other people, right, be successful, other people are paying for that so that they can be successful. And the value is triple, quadruple of what they've paid, right? And so then they run their own traffic off of that. This budget goes for anything that they want. So they're able to run traffic. And all they have to do is like Emily now. All they have to do is focus on leadership, personal development, team building, things that they want to do, right? So if you don't have a team, you're not team building, then you can just focus on marketing. You can focus on giving value out. You can learn new things. It's not like you are hustling anymore. Like Emily has said, she's become the attractor factor. All she does is provide value with her leadership and personal development, which she does every single day. Still, all the seven-figure earners, They work on themselves inside so that they can give to others. And then all the money just flows. Okay. Then they're able to upgrade to high ticket items. They can just get a $10,000 entry fee into something, 20, 30. They can do anything they want to do because they have the money flowing to them because they're constantly giving out to others. So we talked about the affiliate product that most seven-figure earners use. It's usually something, and it should be something that hits the mass markets. Okay, so you could say you're going to give an affiliate product for this area or this area and get a whole bunch of them and try to figure out who to send what to, right? Or you can do what the smart people do, and they get one product that has the personal development and leadership, and the other side of it is the marketing strategies, because that is what every business needs, right? Whether you're in real estate, whether you're in health and wellness, whether you're in an MLM, whether you're an affiliate marketer, you need to have some huge library access for personal development and leadership. And then you also need to have trainings that are the most recent trainings on the marketing strategies, okay? And if you can get it in a one-time payment, even better. You know, there are places out there that they give it to you, but they give it to you monthly. And there's no way you can go through all of that in 1 month. So they got you for a year, 2 years, and you end up paying way too much, okay? So this is what we have. We have the Black Ops Underground Marketing Facebook group, okay? And it goes with Millionaire Mentoring that we talked about. Okay, so we have 2 millionaire mentors. We have Ari Maccabee, who's the marketing guru, and we have Darren Little, who's the millionaire mentoring leadership. He's the guy who can help you to convert sales anywhere from 6 to 45 minutes. And he shows you how to step into leadership. We have millionaire mentoring ongoing, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a week. Right now, I'm working one-on-one with Darren, and we're about 15 hours a week, actually, because he cares. He cares if people are making the money that they want to make. He cares if they're understanding the strategies. He's there, and he's ongoing. This is his baby here in Black Ops, and he's there for us. So we have Ari over in the Philippines, and we have Darren over in Canada. And so 24 hours a day, that Facebook marketing group has one of them in there answering questions and helping, providing so much value. Not just them, but we're packed in with like 2,000 members of elite entrepreneurs who this is what they do full time, and they're in there as well giving value. People like Emily Ching. So this Black Ops Underground Marketing Group is a $10,000 value, okay? And then the product that we have is the Exodus Elite, the Genesis Education Library, okay? And this is actually the affiliate product that we resell, okay? So this is the bonus right here, okay? The Black Ops Underground with the Millionaire Mentoring. And what we sell, the product, is the Genesis Elite Library. This is valued at $26,000, so it's $36,000 total value. This, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can show you the back office to this, guys. I just think that it's important that you can see. Let's see if I have. Okay. I want you to see the product, the Genesis Library. Let me see if I can look it up this way. Nope, I'm going to have to go into my back office. That's cool. I can do it that way. I just want you guys to see hands-on that these things really exist. Okay. This is the Exodus Elite program that we use, the Genesis Library, with all kinds of information, products that we can go through. And it's a one-time payment. It's not like it's monthly that we have to pay for anything, okay? So there's the basics where we talk about mindset, WordPress, 15 videos there, 10 videos there, YouTube, right? Proven traffic sources, overcoming failures, obstacles, and email copy. That's a lot of products right there. Then you have the Genesis Advanced. Okay, I'll just scroll through here and let you guys read it, but it's the Big Business Blueprint, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, social media, and we have health and wellness because you got to take care of your body. If you're sitting in your office, right, you have to learn how to be healthy in every area so you can be your best you. We take care of all of it, right? LinkedIn, Telegram, all this stuff. $1 Million Copy, Email Secrets List, Procrastination Killer. And then we have these that I really, really love. And I go through one of these every single day. These are audios from the top 24 in our industry. Okay, this is like having a cup of coffee and talking with Darren Little about everything. Greg Gomez, right? You guys, these guys, I know Tracy Walker. She's in here. She's an amazing lady. These guys are in here giving their best stuff. They've put it together for us, and we can every day. Like when you get into the point where you're like Emily said, you don't have to go off and try to find something to motivate you. Here it is right here. Why not take advantage of the shortcuts that they've talked about? They've learned this stuff for years and years and years, and they're willing to talk to us about it. Building joint ventures. There's something in here for everybody. Wherever you want to go, how to make $100,000 a year in network marketing. Jack Zufelt is telling everything in here. So 12 more hours of healthy listening and everything like that, guys. This is just really, really an amazing product, okay? So I'm going to take you in a little bit to the Black Ops Underground Marketing Group. So you can see it's a real group. You can see that there's 1,600 members, not 2,000, but 1,600 members. And in here, I'll just give you like a quick show of, there's activity in here. There's activity. There's the scripts that we are able to use. There's information to do what you need to do. And even in here, there's a file section with Darren Little live training. Okay, let's see where it is. Important training videos, right? And here Darren shows how he recruits live for 3 hours. He talks about how to get your business fast-tracked, okay? So these are things I'm going to scroll really fast so that you guys, don't stop and take the information because this is all the inside of our group. But, this stuff here is super, super, super important that you get a hold of right away, okay? So what I want to tell you today is that we have, from current slide, there we go. So we have these 2 things here that is going to help you in your business to get lift off, to get sales in what you're currently doing. And if you wanted to, you could market this as well, and you could have a second income, right? So that's what Emily has. She has her primary business, but at any time she could just switch and start marketing this, and she could get $1,000 sales every single day directly to her PayPal and get an extra bunch of money for a budget to join whatever she wanted. She could buy more real estate. She could do anything she wanted. Okay. So it's not going to be the 36,000. It's only 1149 right now for you guys. Okay. And if you guys take action right now before Friday, then you're going to be qualified for the Super Sunday training that I'm going to give. It's going to be 3 hours long. We're going to get you completely set up, completely understanding what we're doing differently than other businesses, and get you into the money-making activities within this session. Okay, you guys, I'm going to be taking my time for the people that sign up, and the people that act right now are the people that I want to work with. I want to work with 5 new students before Christmas. I want to get you guys into liftoff, into sales. I want to see you guys making $5,000 or $10,000 before Christmas. It's totally possible. We have kids that come in at 17 years old and they make sales. They make $28,000 sales. We have people that just come out of prison that come into this and they make over $30,000. So there's no stopping you. You know, I'm going to be interviewing somebody tomorrow and share with you guys this mom who has 6 kids. You know, she was at her last straw and she started and she invested, and within days she made $6,000. So you guys, this works for anybody. Okay, anybody who's willing to come in, who's willing to let me see. I wonder if I was sharing or not. But anybody who is willing to come in and anybody who is wanting to work hard, because there is work involved, there is training involved. And what you need to do is just take action, right? You know, this is something that is definitely going to help you. The value is way more than what you get way more out of it than what you invest. And it's something that's priceless, like Emily said. So right now you're at a transition. Right now you're at a place where things aren't working for you as well as you wanted them to. But why keep doing the same thing and get the same results? You know, that's the definition of insanity. You know, if you want different results, you got to do different things, right? And it's not about what you invest. It's about you taking action and taking control of your life, okay? So in here, you're going to get the things that are going to help your mindset, help you become a leader, help you become a 7-figure earner. Okay, that is the goal of Darren and Ari, is to get everybody into 7 figures. Okay, you guys. So this is awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are here. But just remember that we have Super Sunday coming up. And in order to be part of that, you got to take action and you got to click on the link below. And you can start with the sign-up process that we have there. You can either go $99 for the membership or $299 for the whole year. So it's up to you. Okay. And then the directions are in there, guys. Just private message me if you have any issues. If you have any questions, I would be glad to help you. But it's so simple. So all you need to do really is click on the button below and get started. Thank you so much. Have an awesome day.